Yo, what's good, everybody? Appreciate you stopping through. My bad, I was a minute or two late. Uh, yeah, but we gonna hop into it, man. What's up, Tiggy Salute? Appreciate you coming in, man. It's probably the misses on your account, but either way, appreciate appreciate you being there. Uh, yeah, man. Without further ado, yeah, we gonna jump into this thing, man. We're gonna talk about this March Madness that's going on. As y'all done seen, and any of y'all have tuned in, man, we seeing top seed teams get dropped. They're dropping like flies. Like, I guess that's the true definition of March Madness. You know what I mean? I don't really follow college that closely during the regular season, but I'm sure, like everybody else, when March Madness starts, man, that's when people start to truly tune in. Especially if you got brackets, you got an opportunity to win some money, or you're just doing it for fun, for bragging rights with your friends. Man, it's all the same. Either way, though, yeah, man, we seeing some crazy stuff happening, man, with this March Madness, and I'm enjoying it personally. Again, I was went out to eat last night for my one of my buddies, his wife's birthday. We finished, went to his crib, and then we were watching March Madness while we were eating, and then we went to the crib and finished watching the game. And I think that was that Memphis and TCA, or I can't remember the name of that team, that Memphis game, man. That was insane, man. That finish, how they had back-to-back tip-ins, and it came down to the final shot. Dude got a tip-in, or he got the shot for it. And the other team, dude should have shot that from half court. And I'm gonna look up this team so I can make sure I'm saying the names out correct for y'all too, man. Um, because yeah, they absolutely should have he should have shot that from half court. I don't know why he was still pushing it down the line just to even try and like kick it out. I mean, yeah, you're trying to get a better shot, but you got to give yourself an opportunity at least to get a shot up, because you never know what can happen. But he didn't do that. They lost, and yeah, the rest is history, man. So it was like, dang. And then we all saw FDU knocked off Purdue. Like, man, like I said, it was a lot that was going on, man, and a lot of top seeded teams being dropped left and right. But yeah, I'm trying to find the team I was speaking of. Memphis and FL Atlantic. That 66-65 game, man. Like I said, he should have launched that from half court. I don't know why he decided to try and dribble up a little bit more and then swing it to somebody else. So you got to be shot clock. You got to be aware of the time, bro. That's high basketball IQ moment. I mean, he's still a college player, so I can't blame him too much. But in that moment, you got to be aware of the shot. You got to be aware of the clock, bro. You got to get a shot up. You know what I'm saying? Like that, his team wouldn't have faulted him if he would have launched it up from half court. Because at least, again, you get a shot up and giving your team a chance. That's all you can ask for. Just giving them a chance. But yeah, man. So they upset Memphis. I know they were sitting at the 9 seed. Memphis was at the 8 seed. So as far as seeding purposes, you know what I mean. Like that's a solid game. But Memphis is more the bigger name. So that was a big hit to Memphis. I know my brother Southern T, who is in Memphis. I know he was hot, man. I know he had to be hot, and I know the games is getting ready to kick up and start up now, as well. So yeah, man. So I won't be here too long. I'm definitely trying to get my butt right back in front of the TV and enjoy some of this March Madness. And again, it truly is March Madness, just because madness. I can't emphasize enough on that word, man. Because everything that we're seeing some crazy things going on and happening. But yeah, what else we got, man? I know because Duke plays Tennessee at what is that, at 140. So I know Furman and San Diego State are playing right now. That's the 13 seed and 5 seed. But yeah, we got Duke and Tennessee up next. So that should be a big game, man. Big game. Then you got number one Arkansas and number eight. I'm sorry, number eight Arkansas versus number one Kansas. We got some big games today, man. I cannot wait to see these games, man. It's gonna be highly entertaining because every game today, I mean, everybody's in the top 10 as far as like Princeton being the only one that's outside of that. You know what I mean? Princeton versus Missouri. You got a 15. Princeton's 15, Missouri 7. Outside of that, man, every other matchup now is like they're all in the top 10. So man, we looking at some great games today. Quick, we in the building. Salute to you. Appreciate you stopping through. Let me get you right real quick. TWT in the house. But yeah, like I said, man, we got some solid big games, man, and I cannot wait. Again, March Madness kind of starts for me. College basketball, at least paying attention to it, starts for me when March Madness starts, and that's no slight or disrespect to it. It's just one of those things about what I rock with more, or what's more, I wouldn't say entertaining, but what allows me to kind of get into it a little bit more, just because you're seeing like rapid tournament style, you're one and done type situations. It's not like, in the regular season they're playing these games. Yeah, they count and they're meaningful just because what it's allowing them to build their status, build their rank, and allow them, send it to an opportunity to punch their ticket to the big dance. But again, like I said, man, March Madness is a whole different beast. I think March Madness, if we're being honest, man, it probably gets more views and gets talked about more than NBA playoffs. You know what I mean? Just because again, it's one and done, and you never know what's going to happen. So I think a lot of people get excited about it. They see these kids go out, or I guess these young men. Let me correct myself. You see these young men go out here and they lay it all on the line, not only for the opportunity, obviously, to win and be the NCAA champions, but also for the fact of getting that exposure to the next level, whether it be NBA scouts, teams, players, whatever the case may be, potential um, sponsorships and stuff like that, man. So it's like there's a lot that's on the line. So that's why I think you see much more intensity, you see much more involvement, you see much more engagement from the players, you see emotion, high emotion from these players because they're playing for something bigger than what we think. You know what I'm saying? That the normal person that looks at these games assume that these players are just out here, man, and they're just playing. And it's like, no, they're competing at a level, understanding that all the opportunities that come with it, especially if they come out on top. So yeah, that's just a different aspect to look at it and a different kind of way to view on things. But yeah, man, they definitely compete at a way where they understand is that hey, if we go out here and we win, not even convincingly, but we win and play good basketball, I make the right play and not all-star type play or selfish type play, man, you definitely can capture the attention of an NBA scout or owner or whomever, and they looking for those type of intangibles in players. You know what I mean? And again, like I said, a lot of people don't really pay attention to that. They don't look at it that way. They don't view it in that from that lens of understanding. Like, nah, like you just not out here. You just not out here. You know what I'm saying? Just playing. You out here for an opportunity. Like you're applying for a job at a high position. I guess is the way you can look at it. You're applying without really. You know what you're doing, but you're applying at the same time to let them know, hey, I'm ready for the next step. I'm ready for the next level. So I'm excited about it, man. Like I said, it's been a long time since it's been a situation like this, or and if anybody in the chat that know of it, when was the last time you didn't seen so many top seeded teams get knocked off? Like when's the last time you didn't seen teams where it's like, I mean, I think they had like perfect brackets. There was like 0.3% left or some absurd number like that. And it's like, man, that's how what I mean? These young guns is out here and they compete. They not playing around. They you know what I mean? They come and they looking to get teams up out of there. They not sitting around and just going with the flow of like, oh man, you know what? Like we just gonna show up, and and that be the end of it. That's not how these young men is thinking. And then in the case, I know the women's side of things too. I know they getting it in as well. So it's like it goes both ways, bro. Like none of these things are just one sided. You know what I mean? So I'm excited. I can't wait. Hoping we get to see some great games today. Again, we got some great games lined up, but hoping we can get to see the same situation where we're seeing competitive games like we did see yesterday. You know what I mean? Like I said, these top seeded teams get knocked off. You're getting to see these teams compete. And I can't wait to see. And I'm excited about it. Like I said, I can't wait to see how this Duke and Tennessee game shake out. You know what I mean? Princeton ain't showing no fear. They got Mizzou, you know what I mean? So it's like there's number one, Kansas and Arkansas, right? All these games, Houston and Auburn, Penn State, Texas, Maryland, Alabama, Northwestern and UCLA, like all these games is 50-50 games. Yeah, you got some that they got that one seed that's next to them, but at the end of the day, man, we done seen some one seeds get knocked off. All the team got to do is show up and play and not show up and, you know what I mean, get caught a deer in the headlights type situation. And I hate to keep referencing back to it, but FDU and Purdue, that's a prime example. FDU came out and they had the heart of a lion right off the bat. They wasn't scared of the moment. They wasn't scared of this team. And when you're a team that you're playing against a lower seeded team, you're expecting them, you know what I'm saying, when you come into the game, you're expecting them to kind of be either intimidated to some degree or they going to kneel down and just give up because you showed up kind of thing. And we seeing teams is not doing that. Teams are showing up and they letting it be known. Like, no, we here to win. We here to play. We're here to compete. We're not here to come in here and lay down for you. We're not giving you no easy victory. So that's why you're seeing teams, you know what I mean? That's a mental thing too. When teams is getting punched, you know what I mean? When they getting punched back, how are they dealing with it? And we seeing exactly what happened. Tiana Scott in the building. Salute to you. Sister, it was good. I hope everyone having a great weekend. Hey, it's getting to a good start. These games is helping it out. I saw last night in that in my silent live how you was going crazy about the Lakers, man. As you went off a little bit. Yeah, I didn't get to see the game, but yeah, man. I don't know. That's not like AD in them kind of moments. I don't know what's going on with him. Ain't nowhere in the world they should have lost that game. And these are all must win type games too. So it's like, yeah, man, he in a prime golden situation to literally take ownership of his team. Like ain't no other way around it. He in the perfect situation to take ownership of his team and put him on his back and show that, you know what I'm saying, he really is that dude. He is that guy, you know what I mean? Our brother G5 gave in the building. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate you stopping through. TWT in the house. Let me get you right real quick. There ain't no reason AD ain't doing it, man. Like yeah, I'm almost at a loss for words, man. I ain't gonna say I'm gonna make an excuse for him, but I can't believe that this man allowed that opportunity to slip through his hands. It's like, come on, man. It's like, yeah, at some point, bro, you gotta step up. You have to. I don't understand what you're doing. You have to be able to show you have the heart of a champion. You a true leader. You know what I'm saying? You're not a. I guess in his situation, I can't even call him a 1A or 1B. You gotta show people that you're just not a 2A or a 2B. This is like you dropping. You're not even in the passenger seat no more, bro. Like you literally putting yourself in the trunk at this point. Boxing MMA 365, salute to you, bro. Make sure you travel safe, man. I appreciate you listening and letting us know. Make sure you traveling safe, bro. But yeah, it's like it's one of the things, man, where he I don't understand it, like the mindset of it. Like I wish AD had the mindset of like a Giannis, or he had like the mindset of like he had that. I just wish he had that Kobe mentality. I mean, I know you wear the shoes, you rep it, you say Kobe meant a lot, and things of that nature. You know, so you playing in the purple and gold, but I need you to adopt that Mamba mentality, bro. I need him to I need him to play pissed off. I mean, for lack of better words, I need him to play like that. We can't have him out here being all extra fragile as if he had eggshell himself. We can't be having that, man. If my team have any hope and any opportunity at looking at sniffing winning a chip, let alone, you know what I'm saying, or making the playoffs, let alone winning a chip, we need him to play as if, you know what I'm saying, he a top 5 player in this league, which when he right, he is. But that's the thing. I shouldn't have to say when he's right. You know what I mean? He should be right all the time because he should understand that that's who he is as a player and not rest on his laurels thinking like, oh, people going to show up and they going to treat him as such. It's like, nah, bro. We all know when you wearing that purple and gold is what have you done for me lately? We don't care about the history of anything else you bring into it. Ask LeBron that, bro. LeBron got that same treatment. He didn't start getting that Laker love until what? He brought a chip. And when he brought that chip, it's like, okay, you got a chip. That was a couple years ago. Now you're starting to feel that same exact pressure. People saying like, what you gonna do now? We should be having more than one. Ain't no reason why we shouldn't have a couple of them things already. So he got to pick that up, man. And like I said, I'm not gonna let up off of them at all. That's my team, but at the same time, I'm not delusional. I'm not one of those Lakers fans that say, you know what I mean, like they just rest on. I hold all of them accountable, bro. I'm a fan of the NBA first. Yeah, I'm a fan of the Lakers second. But when it comes to my fandom and being able to separate that when I'm talking about it and stuff, it's easy for me to do it. It's as easy as breathing because I look at the game and I appreciate and love the game. I don't have to sit there and be attached to a team where it make me just be crazy about the fact of not acknowledging like what's going on and things like that. So for me, that's how I view it and that's how I look at it and that's how I run with it. But yeah, man. So like I was saying though, earlier, just not to keep harping on it, man. I'm excited about March Madness. These college games have been lit. Absolutely been proud of what I've been seeing. Some of the situations of it, obviously, these is young men playing. They're not grown adults with extremely high basketball IQ like that. But man, you seeing some competitive games out here, man. Competitive games. Like I said, I thought Memphis was going to win that joint. That I can't believe I still can't. And I keep repeating, I can't believe he didn't put up a shot, man. I can't believe he swung it across, not realizing the time on the clock, and didn't even give his team an opportunity. You know what I mean? So that's going to be a learning lesson. Obviously, there's a lot of emotion that was involved in that game. If you was watching it, you know what I'm talking about. But you know, today is a brand new day, man. So Like I said, that Furman and San Diego State game, it's a 14-point game. It looks like a minute to go in the first, 35 to 20, well, 35 to 22 now. So they're gonna have to make some pushback to kind of get themselves back in contention of it if they looking to kind of push San Diego State. So I can't wait. I can't wait, man. Like I said, I'm looking forward to that Duke Tennessee game, man. That's the one I want to see how how it is. Because like I said earlier, I'll be honest, I haven't watched the regular season of the college games at all. But when March Madness started, man, I was tuned in. I was out to eat. I was watching like not really watching, but necessarily looking at the looking at the scores. As soon as I got through eating, man, went to my buddy house. We was watching the game, and it was just like, man, to watch it live, it's a different type of energy to it, man. So yeah, we got some solid games for today in this March Madness joint, man. I dropped the link. Anybody want to pop on and cook on that? Feel free. But yeah, man. But next up after that, though, for sure, is I wanted to get into this other topic, and I'm pretty sure some people are gonna pull up on this one, man, or they gonna have something to say in the comment section. Who y'all got as the best players that never got a ring? Like who is y'all? And I can even break it down further. We can go for the best players that never won a ring. We can go by position. We don't necessarily have to go like overall. We can literally say who the best point guard, shooting guard. You know what I'm saying? Small forward, power forward, center. Like we can go down the list of it and figure out who do we say for each position is, you know what I mean, the best player that never got a ring. And that's probably gonna rub some people the wrong way or piss off some fans to some degree, some degree of certain players because it's like, man, hey, we can't say injury is a part of the game. You know what I mean? That's the unfortunate thing. We got a lot of people that was in injury littered and they just got hurt a lot. So it's like, that kind of derailed a lot of people's careers. You know what I mean? It definitely brought a lot of people short. I got a few players that come to mind right away that I was thinking of right off the bat, man, that I feel they never got a ring and injuries definitely derailed it. But again, the topic is best players that never got a ring. Some of them, didn't necessarily have injuries. Some of it was, what I'm saying, outside the court type of things that kind of held them back. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's unfortunate, I would say, more than anything. But I'm gonna say this. I guess I'll start this junk off. So then that way, you know what I mean. See what people. I knew somebody to add this right off the bat. Charles Barkley quickly said AI. Man, I got one for you. I got Brandon Roy. Brandon Roy, I felt as a two guard because there isn't too many two guards out there that was like. Well, I guess let me take that back. I know Tracy and Grant Hill, I think was considered more of a three. Let me confirm that real quick before I say this part. Let me look and see, man. Tracy McGrady, I think he was considered a three, if I'm not mistaken. I know he was like 6'8", 6'9". Let me take a look and see, man. I want to know for my soul what he want to say. No, they ain't shooting guard and small forward. So, man, that's tough. I don't know which one to really throw him in. Hoo-wee. Didn't GP win one with I thought he won one with Miami for some reason. Am I tripping? Let me take a look, man. Yeah, he won one in 2006 with the Miami Heat. So we got to eliminate GP. Yeah, Dominique for sure. But man, so yeah, we'll go down the line. Screw it. I mean, I guess I'll make it a little bit easier or harder depending on who's listening in on this joint. So for point guards that never won a ring, AI absolutely probably is at the top of that list. I mean, he might be standing alone at the top of that list. AI, John Stockton, Steve Nash. Let's see who else, man. Who else? AI, John Stockton, Steve Nash. I'm gonna say maybe even what was his name, man? What was his name? Obviously Derrick Rose. Hell yeah, Derrick Rose. I don't even know why that even slipped my mind. Brother G5 Gay said for small forwards, you got Carmelo, Barkley, Elgin, T Mac. Yeah, I'm gonna throw Grant Hill in there too, man. I feel like Grant Hill was a part of that as well as far as the small forward list. I know Steve Smith. I don't think Smitty got one. Yeah, I don't think Steve Smith got one either. Who else I'm thinking of, man? Who else am I thinking of? But for shooting guards, for sure though, the first one that comes to mind is Brandon Roy, right off the bat. I guess there's another three. If we really wanted to, yeah, no, we wanted to. You got to list them in there. Peja Stojakovic is a three. No, Peja, yeah. What? Damn it, man! They started mixing these twos and threes for them, man. But I think Peja. Obviously, everybody knew Peja's no, because they had Mike Bibby. I think it was Doug Christie or no Mike Bibby, and then Bobby was the backup, or did he either Mike Bibby, Doug Christie, then Peja, or it was Mike Bibby, Bobby, Peja, as far as like that front court that I'm thinking of. I have to go back and look at it to confirm that part of it, but I think that was it though. Let me double check real quick, man, because I'm like, hold on. Let's see. And I think that was a 2001, 2005, or 2001, 2002 team. Let me take a look, man, because I'm like, I gotta know now. Now I didn't put myself in it. So let's see, point guard. Yeah, so Doug Christie was listed as a two, and he didn't win a ring, so definitely gotta throw him in there. Peja, yeah, Peja was a three. Okay, okay, so I was right with that. Bobby Jackson, yeah, he was a backup. Okay, okay. Sorry, I had to go reconfirm with y'all for y'all real quick. Man, that's about 20 some years ago, so I had to reconfirm it real fast. But yeah, man. You got play, you got players that's just like you know what I mean, the best players that never got a ring, man. Nick Van Exel and Baron Davis. Yep, yep. Bad. I feel bad for BD. He never got one, man. That's the unfortunate thing. My brother G5 says for shooting guard, small forward, Dominique Wilkins. Um, yeah, AI, Grant Hill, Steve Smith, Brandon Roy, Allen Houston, Gilbert Arenas, Peja. Yeah, it's like, bro, it's a list. It's a list of them, and people don't really be thinking about that. You know what I mean? People would just be like focused on who all got a ring or did that, and it's like, nah, there's a lot of players that are great or were great, and they just never got a ring, bro. And I know the first one that comes to mind for a lot of people, just because he's in the public eye the most, probably is Charles Barkley. You know what I mean? He got the most to say, but they ain't never won one. So people be on his head, people be on his helmet faithfully about the fact that he ain't never got no ring, but he always got something to say. So I'm like, man, that junk's sad. So we got the point guards down, we got the shooting guards down. Um, I'm gonna go Kevin Johnson from Phoenix. I don't think he won one anywhere else, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna go Kevin Johnson. Um, from Phoenix back in the day when he was playing with, I think with no, he wasn't playing with Jason Kidd. Kevin Johnson was playing. Who the hell was he playing with? I have to look that one up too. Can't remember right off the back of my head. Um, who else, man? Let's see here for shooting guard though, because that list, man. I might go. I know Bonzi Wells was nice, but you know, I mean, he wasn't considered like one of the best or greatest players like that. So I might have to leave him off that joint. Who else am I thinking of, man? Who else am I thinking of as a two guard? I'm probably gonna say I think Starks was considered a was he a PG for the Knicks? I'm gonna have to look that joint up too. Yeah, Allen Houston for sure. Um, who else am I thinking of, man? Because we got plenty of players that the list though. But I'm gonna jump off for shooting guard because I think Brandon Roy might be the top of the list for shooting guards though. Him and AI, because I think AI, obviously they consider AI a one and a two. We all know he was just a flat out scorer though. Um, who do y'all got as a power forward? Oh yeah, Reggie Miller for sure. Yep, definitely forgot about him. Reggie for sure. Power forward that never won a ring. That now that list probably is gonna be extremely short, man. Extremely short. My brother Just doing the building. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate you stopping through. Let me get you right real quick, man. Let me get you right real quick. Let me see here for power forwards. And again, y'all, I'm not even looking off the laptop to go and like cheat and get these players. I'm literally going off right off the top of my head for it to remember who's some the biggest names that come to mind or impact the most for it. Only ones I looked at when I was doing before was just double checking that Sacramento Kings that starting roster because I wanted to make sure I had them aligned. Outside of that, not doing it. My brother G5 Gary said Prime Jermaine O'Neal, Darius Miles, Amari Stoudemire, Damon Stoudemire, Steve Francis, Katino Mobley. I'm just naming folks now. Hey, that might be easier to do. I guess that's probably easier. Because I'm saying when I go down the list trying to think of like you gotta list them as the as the positions, they make it a little bit tougher. But it make it a little bit more fun because it tests you just going off memory of it, or if you're using Google, so that's you're gonna be able to get it easier. But yeah, Chris Webber for sure, absolutely. See Chris Webber, C Webb is right at the top of that joint too, man. Who I'm trying to think of one more. There's one more person that's kind of right there with C Webb that was kind of playing in that same era where they never got one. Oh man, what the hell is his name? Elton Brand. There we go. Elton Brand. There we go. Elton Brand was he was considered that guy at one point as well, man. He never got one either. Never got one either. So it's like when you look at it, man, you got a lot of players that were either good or the best at their position at that time, or at least elite or top five. But then you got some great players that just unfortunately they just never they just never got that chip. They never got that ring, man. So it's one of those sad things, you know what I mean? Definitely one of those sad things. And then for centers, I think man, I'm just trying to think. Man. Oh yeah, my brother said Carlos Boozer, yeah, him as Mr. What is he? Mr. Bizine or Bizine, where he had that hair that was like paint on his head. When he had that on his head, man, oh my God, Carlos Boozer had me dying laughing, man. My boy like somebody dipped his head in some tar and he was out there talking about that's his hair. Like, come on, man. Ain't nobody here that black, that slick. Come on, man. Get out of here with that. A man had literally took his head and dipped it in tar and tried to call it hair. Patrick Ewing, yep, right at the top of that list. Pat Ewing. Hey, what's my other brother's name, man? Come to mind. I'm trying my best. Trying my absolute best, man. Not to cheat and look at it, man. But there's one other brother that come to mind that's played in that same era with Pat that never got it, but man, he was looked at as one supposed to be one of them centers that was you know what I mean, that held it down. I almost want to go to Davis from the Indiana Pacers, but I think he was a 4 and Rick Smith was a 5, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody can correct me on that if they won't. But I want to say it was that way that went down with it. Is that Davis was either a backup or he played the 4 and Rick Smith played the 5. I could be wrong on that joint. I'm just trying. Again, I'm going all off memory, y'all. So y'all, you got the utility and tool of Google at the tip of your hands. I'm just testing my knowledge and what I remember. But yeah, Pat Ewing for sure. Who else can I think of that also had it with him and that played during that time? Man, come on. Oh my goodness! There's one name that's like right at the tip of my head that I just is just the name is slipping me, man. Bad. What is his name, man? What is his name? I'm trying my best not to fold because I want to get this name, man. But I'm like, man, can't think of it, man. Super hard not to. I'm gonna have to go ahead and do it, man. Man. I'm not gonna throw Manu Bowl in there because that's way old. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm trying to think, man. There had to be one other player back then. Yeah, the Rain Man for sure. You gotta include him in the Dell Davies. Yeah, Dell Davies. There we go. Because I couldn't remember which one of the Davies. I knew it was one of them that didn't win it. Mark Jackson. Hell, you can almost say that whole Indiana Pacers team at this point. Hell, you can almost say, Larry Johnson when he went to New York. I mean, even though he was retired, he still didn't get one. So definitely, he was a beast when he played for Charlotte, though. Larry was like that. He was the under the rim Zion before Zion came. And what I mean by that, being able to shoot, he could do everything except for take off and dunk on people like that. Yeah, we already said Amari Stoudemire. I think my mother five threw that out right away. Oh no, he said that. Yeah, no, he said Amari and Damon. So yeah, it's like, man, all these throwback players, man, that just kind of came up short. One of them unfortunate type things, man. It's like when you look at it and you think about it, it's like, man, something indicates they definitely should have definitely captured the ring, but somehow, some way, man, they came up short. But in reality, I think they just ran into better teams. At that time, obviously, you had the Knicks that was running into Jordan. You had the Utah Jazz that was running into Jordan. I mean, hell, everybody was running into Jordan. Indiana Pacers. And then when they didn't run into Jordan, then they ran into, the Rockets when they got the two, they caught real quick. And then, right after that whole era winning, then obviously we knew my Lakers stepped in and took over from there for a little bit. So yeah, it was tight on a lot of these players. And a lot of people don't remember. A lot of these players started from that point that they didn't win. You know what I mean? These players started chasing rings by going to teams, giving them the best opportunity to win. And so now when players that's doing it now, you know what I mean, people, they got something to say. Nah, China, Sean Marion won one with Dallas, I think, when Dirk was playing and they beat the Heat for theirs. I think Sean Marion was on that team. But yeah, a lot of people, you know what I mean, they give these players grief for the fact that these players is going to team. But again, I think they say they got something to say about it because these players is going to teams while they're in their prime. You know what I mean, they're not going with their at the end of the rope where they're at the end of their career. You know what I mean? They're going while they're in their prime, which is kind of tilting the scale. So it's giving people a lot to have something they want to say about it. You know what I mean? But but at the end of the day, is it not still the same thing? Regardless of, you know what I mean? Because even when you're a veteran player and you're fundamentally sound, the things you don't lose is your fundamentals. You might lose some of your athleticism, but when it comes to like the fundamentals and stuff like that, like you're not losing that. You're not losing your footwork. You're not losing your ability to shoot. You're not losing those type of things. The only thing you losing again is your athleticism. And once your athleticism start to go, then you have no choice but to rely on what? Your fundamentals. And if your fundamentals is weak and not good, then guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna be up the league faster than you think. Stop, baby. Go play in the playroom. If your fundamentals is weak or they lacking, guess what? You know what I mean? You're gonna be out the league much faster than you think. I would almost challenge a lot of people on this. How did they think Zach Randolph lasted as long as he did? My man couldn't jump over a phone booth, but guess what he could do? Them fundamentals are sound. He would shake and bake and put you under the rim while he's staying under the rim. Like, I mean, we can count on one hand how many times Zach Randolph's got a dunk. You know what I mean? So it's like, Tyler, Dirk got one when they beat Miami. So again, when you got them fundamentals, they locked in and locked down, bro. You got some longevity in the NBA. That's why you saw Vince. You know what I mean? Everybody knew half man, half amazing. What he was out there doing. And things of that nature. When the hot started to go, guess what he started to showcase? He started to showcase the handle. He started to showcase the jumper. he started shooting threes and showing he could do more than dunk. He always been able to do it, but people was more focused on him dunking all the time just because he was so dang good at doing it. But a lot of people didn't know. Vince still had the fundamentals. Vince had the ability to adapt, and that's why he ended up playing in the league as long as he did. How y'all think? You know what I mean? How y'all think Dirk lasted as long as he did? Dirk couldn't jump over a phone book either. But guess what? That Dirk had that left hand. He had that fadeaway jumper. He had that his patented, you know what I'm saying, off one foot jumper. Like there was a lot that Dirk had. You know what I mean? That you know you couldn't do nothing with. And Quee said, yeah, they they really need to bring back the basics of basketball because the folks nowadays are soft as hell. That's a fact. Come here, baby. Come here. That is an absolute fact. Is that the fact that when you see these players nowadays, they don't focus on what? They don't focus on the fundamentals. Everybody just want to half court shoot, you know what I mean, and go in and get a little dunk here and there, but they don't focus on footwork. They don't focus on mid range. They don't focus on bank shots. They don't focus on shooting free throws. There ain't no reason why any NBA player in the league shouldn't be at least, I would say, at the very minimum, a 70% free throw shooter. Said David Thompson, Yao Ming, Adrian Dantley, Mutombo. Yep. Like I was saying, there ain't no reason why any and all of these NBA players shouldn't be at least a 70% free throw shooter. When you got a dedicated staff that'll show up and literally just their whole point in being there is just pass you the ball and have you shoot free throws. You ain't got to move. You just got to focus on, you know what I mean, your technique, and that's it. That's all you gotta do. And you mean to tell me that none of them can't focus and do that? Why? Because they go there and they get, you know, so they get complacent, they get comfortable. They stop, you know what I mean? They stop looking at and wanting to have the grind of understanding that they need to get better and do better by continuously, you know what I'm saying, looking to improve upon their skills. What do? They get lazy. And that's no slight of disrespect to them. Some of them get lazy. You know what I mean? Some of them just prefer to legit. When I tell you, they don't care. They just want to be like, okay, we're gonna focus on this other part of the game, and we're not gonna do anything else. This is all we're gonna do, even if it takes away from the other part of our game and stuff like that. It don't matter. You know what I mean? They don't care. So it's like a lot of that, man. They I hate to say it and I hate to look at it that way. It's just they gotta understand, bro. Them free throws is called free throws. Those are free points. That can win your team a game, and the fact that you miss them can lose your team a game. We didn't see that time and time and again where teams that went out there and as a team shot like less than 50% or 60%, and guess what? They ended up losing by a couple of points. Made them free throws, you'd have a different outcome, a different outlook of the game. So it's crazy. So this guy said, imagine Dirk playing with Luka and Kyrie. Yeah, it would be interesting. Like I said, he can do, and it's funny. Never been fast, never been extremely athletic, never been anything. But the one thing he could do is he could fundamentally beat you down and use his height and his size and the fact that he can shoot the ball the way he can shoot it made that man a beast in his own right. And that's why a lot of people. I mean, this is what is it? It's not a fan friendly statement I'm about to say, but a lot of people don't even look at the fact that KD, how much of a beast, you know what I'm saying, KD is. KD gonna be able to play this game as long as he wants to, as long as his body is willing and able to. He's gonna be able to play until he decided he want to stop playing. Why? Because he's 7 foot. He shoots at damn near a 9 or 10 foot apex. The fact that he's efficient at where he can get to in his spots on the floor, and the fact that how good he can shoot. Like this man can play literally as long as he wants to. He can be plugged into any system and it can work. There ain't too many NBA players that come to mind you can think of that you can say that about. I mean, you can literally probably name maybe a handful of players in the last decade that you can plug into any system and there not be any issues. It's very rare. It's very rare. Because he can play off the ball, he can play on the ball, he don't demand the ball, he can still man. If anybody want to argue me about the fact that they don't think they want to challenge KD's greatness and the fact that his talent, sign me up. I happily debate anybody on that wants to debate his skill set and the things this man can do. Sign me up. Whoever it is, whenever they do it, I'm gonna put them in the rim. That's the easy way I can look at it, and easy way I can put it. My sister Quee said they don't want to go to the hole like they should. The real big men are true centers that are. That's a fact. They pretty much are a thing of the past. Absolutely, they're a thing of the past. Akeem In my opinion, had the best footwork for big man. I agree with that. You find no arguments here on that joint. And then Queen said, I can't lie, I hate shooting free throws. It's something that's mental about the man, trust me, when all I looked at it was free throws, is literally 3 points. I looked at it as a way for me to either get into a rhythm. You know what I mean? If I'm having a bad shooting performance or I need to get in the rhythm to get the feel of the game, what would I do? I'd either get to the rim or I get to the free throw line. So then that way I can get the feel of the ball down, get my rhythm back right there, and then it's up from there. I'm working you out at that point. You at my mercy, whatever I decide to do. You know what I mean? So that was one way I looked at it and how I kind of viewed it. Kind of local sports in the building, man. Salute to you. Appreciate you stopping through. That's how I looked at it. You know what I mean? I allowed free throws to be what they were, free throws, and allowed me to have an opportunity to get myself in a rhythm, get myself in the pattern of understanding it. But most importantly, though, a lot of people sleep on this is the rhythm part comes with the feel of the ball. Because obviously you go through your warm up drills, you do everything you do and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, for some odd reason, when you start playing the game ball, then you understand is that you're not gonna have a ton of opportunities to get shots up to get yourself in the rhythm, unless you're the number one scoring option on that team, which is fine. You know what I mean? I've been there. But it's still a thing where you still have to naturally get your rhythm down with shooting the ball. You know what I mean? You have to get your rhythm down with getting the feel of the ball. Once you get the feel of the ball, it's a whole different story. And anybody that I know in this chat that's played basketball and they're a shooter, they know exactly what I'm talking about. But you get the feel of the ball down, and then that jump start, you know what I'm saying? It's hitting your hands and it's coming off and it's feeling smooth as butter and it's going in like that, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. And you're not even in your zone. You just got the feel of the ball down. Now, when you're in the zone, you feel like you just can't miss anything and everything you throw out, no matter what it is. It's you can't really explain it, but you definitely know that you're not missing. That's that. When I've been in zones, that's how I felt. I knew I wasn't missing. Whenever I throw up, I knew it was going in. No matter how I got the shot off, I knew it was going in. It's like almost as if you willing it in, you know what I mean, like type thing. So yeah, all of y'all that's done been there, y'all know what I'm talking about. If you ain't never hooped, or if you ain't never hooped at that type of level, or if you ain't never been in an opportunity where you done got into a zone, I tell you this: next time you go play basketball or go by yourself, put some shots up, and then when you notice you have made 3, 4, 5 in a row, and then now at that point when you're starting to just shoot and you're in a rhythm and you're not you lose yourself in that moment of paying attention to the fact that you let the ball go and you're not even paying attention where you're shooting it from on the court because they all feel the same. That's the easiest way I can explain it to you. Queen said that she said I made it when they counted, but in practice I was like, yeah, okay, let's just run down. Ray Allen had the perfect shot. His phone was Florida. It was, yeah. I can agree with that. Ray Allen had one of those shots where it's not wasted motion. And I think the other person that their shot is consistently the same, pretty much no matter what, is Klay Thompson. Like we all know Steph. Like when you watch Steph's shot, he's a hell of a shooter, probably the greatest shooter to ever play the game. We all can agree on that. But when you watch his actual form, how he shoots, it's not that. I mean, I think personally, I think Klay Thompson's shooting form looks better than Steph's, if that makes sense. But Steph, like it comes off different. It rings different. You know what I mean? Like his is just I don't know how to explain it because, like I said, you get caught in the hype of he's a hell of a shooter, the greatest shooter of all time. Because he can do it all off the dribble, pull up in your face, however you want it, he can give it to you. But my thing is, when you look at the overall like actual technique and form of it, I think Klay has a better technique and form of shooting in general. That's just again my personal opinion. You can agree or disagree with it. It's just my opinion. But I mean, obviously we know they both got a wet ball, but we know you know what I'm saying who wet like Steph got his range is different. Klay is he plays within a reasonable range when he getting a shot off or where he's getting a shot off from. Steph, we all know, man. I didn't drop many of shorts showing that where he pulling up and it all damn near look the same. it damn near look the same everywhere from everywhere. What the kind of local said correction. Kui kind of local has the best form. Kind of local got the best form. Yeah, hey, we got to see, man. For some odd reason, Brock can picture you out there shooting like, you know what I'm saying? What's doing there? I can picture you shooting like Landry or what's that dude name, man? I can, you know what I'm saying, like Bobo or Manute Bowl. Like picture that kind of shot when I picture Cano shooting that joint. My brother DS and Bill said Will Chamberlain. Yeah, nah, Will got some rings. That man was a dominant big, bro. Mrs. Knockout in the building. Salute to you. Appreciate you stopping through this joint. Cano said, nah, Queen, oh my God. Had an uglier shot than Shaq. Hey, Cano, man, Shaq was out there one handing everything, bro. His hands were so big, you know what I mean? He couldn't really shoot that thing. But you know what's crazy is Kawhi Leonard hands, if not these same size, maybe slightly bigger than Shaq's. But if you look at when Kawhi shoots the ball, bro, it doesn't look right. It almost looks like those video games where, if anybody remember NBA Streets, when you would have to like put in a cheat code where you had your player be hella short or hella tall. If you look at the way Kawhi shoots the ball, it's extremely flat, but it's also his hands and where he holding the ball. It looks like Shaq's, but he's trying to obviously include his other hand to help him guide it. If y'all don't believe me, bro, if I wouldn't catch a strike or copyright for it, I would pull up a clip and share my screen right now to show you Kawhi shooting for him. Kawhi shooting for him and how his hands sit on the ball, bro. I'm telling you, it's one of the things that just I ain't gonna say it ain't right, but it looks funny, and that's why his shot is so flat because his hands are so big, and he's trying to keep his other hand like involved with guiding the shot. So again, if you don't believe me, go check it out, and when you look at it, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Yes, what the hell? Diaz just name Diaz. What players did you name? Penny Hardaway, James Harden, the club. What you? Let me know what you name it, so then that way I can know what you got going on, man. Quickly said, "Kind of local words. Go look at Bill Cartwright. He has Shaq beat." Hey man, Bill Cartwright had that thing. He had that thing in a slingshot, man. Bill. Yeah, I kicked myself on my own live. I'm back, Kano.
Yeah. What's good, man?
What's good with it, Kano? How you doing, man?
And I'm doing lovely, man. I've been lazy as a hell, bro. I ain't did shit on YouTube in a while, but man, ain't nobody, man. You knew when Shaq let that go, man. That shit going in, bro. I'm like, man, come on, man. All these kids playing and you couldn't practice on your form. Like, I don't get it, man. Like, you a professional, bro, man. You played in college and you couldn't get no kind of form. That's what gets me right there, you know. And I understand he was a dominant big man, like a lot of dominant big men that were out there. But man, you got to work on your all around game, no matter if you big man or not, bro.
Yeah.
And that free throw was, yeah. Man, that free throw, any of his shots was bad, bro. Even his layups look ugly. Shit, if he wasn't dunking, it just didn't look right. Just dunking.
As the thing, Carlo, I told you, man. That's why I was cooking on it. I said, ain't no reason why any NBA player in the league that they at minimum they should shoot 70%. And then some of them in Shaq case, like you said, when he let that jump go, you did know. I agree with that 100%. And then when he did his layups, because his hand was so big, I just expected him to dunk it all the time. When he did a layup, bro, it's almost like you taking a tennis ball and you trying to go lay it up. It's like you think it's gonna go in, but then if you overspin it or you overdo a little bit too much, it's gonna roll out or it ain't gonna go in. And that's why I used to watch Shaq, and I would be like, "Hey, just dunk on him." And that's what he started doing. If you notice, them layups was far and few between. He was just putting bodies in the basket at that point. He gave up on trying to do layups. He was like, "All right, I'm gonna just put you in the rim. Ain't no point in do this."
And Quick, I know Bill Cartwright had an ugly ass shot too. But he had long ass hands. He had like, I don't know what kind of hydraulic he had in this. He just didn't look right either, man. I ain't saying he had a good shot either, man. You know, they was both fugly. But golly,
man. Oh, so Diaz said he was talking about players that never got a ring. Hey, Will Chamberlain got a ring, bro. Penny Hardaway and James Harden didn't, but Will got a ring, man. I was like, wait a second. Because he was talking about the players that never got it. No, he named Will. I was like, wait, Will can shoot. I was confused for a second.
Oh, no. But I do agree with her, man. Ray Allen, man, when that man shot, you expected it to go in. That shit was just like three. Like even when he missed it, looked good. Like damn.
Because it was all, and that's like so him and I would say him and Steph, even they misses look good because it literally always either rims out or it's never really one of them hard clanks. Like there ain't too many of these shots where you saw where it's just like hit hard. It always is like rimming out or it's like, you know what I mean? Like all in it or it rims out. It ain't never one of them rattlers that go in. I guess when I think of them, that's what I think of they shot.
Yeah, and by the way, I did have a beautiful shot. You wasn't even capping on that, but you got to understand, man, that when I was playing basketball, A1, I was the shortest guy on the court, so I had to learn how to shoot from deep. You understand me, man? So, hey, I made it my point that look, man, hey, y'all gonna get this work from out here. Hand down, man down, shoot. You better cover it.
That's what Quee said. She said she was a shooter. I was gonna try and get her up here so she can speak on behalf of the female hoopers that didn't chime in and give it faith. Because I remember when I played and I lived in Portland, there was this girl named Brittany. I can't remember her last name, but as far as when it came to hooping though, she hooped like a dude. And I used to see her body dudes, and like even some of my teammates and stuff was funny to me. It's like we would go to a park and play pickup, right? And so we out here playing against other people that like actually know how to hoop, and they didn't have a clue who she was. And so like they was out here saying, "Oh, you know, he got a girl on this team, blah blah blah." So, bro, when I tell you that she'll start giving them that work, and then they start trying to play serious, but it's already too late. She didn't got into her own rhythm. She just giving them the business, and they out here getting flexed on. Man, I ain't never seen so many dudes that look heartbroken in my life before. Man, it was the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, man, we had one like that too, man. Back when I was growing up in Puerto Rico and shit, man. You know, we used to play a lot of basketball, man. Like I don't know, man. Like a lot of people don't know Puerto Rico. We do play a lot of basketball. I mean, shit, we do it at night too, though, man. Like you know, we had to cut the lights on ourselves and shit. You know, we had to jump on. You know, I ain't got to get into that, but we would cut the lights on when they weren't supposed to be on, and we had a female man that would ball, bro. Like, bro. I mean, she had an all-around game too, man. So they out there.
Look, speaking of the devil, she pop up.
Being a female when you are trying to play with the men, you know, pickup games or on a blacktop or whatever, you had to have everything because the men were going to make you feel as if you did not belong out there. And that's what happened. And unfortunately, it is what it is. But if you go out there and school a couple of them, they're going to get embarrassed and they get mad and then they want to fight you. I said it because it's happened to me. And I'm like, oh, you think you're going to walk up? Do you not know 20 of these dudes right here that's watching? You must not know. Just because I don't come up here with them don't mean they not with me. And it always would end up like that whenever I would go play somewhere else. But the thing about it is as far as the women, you're going to see more fundamentals than you have ever seen in your life watching men's play, other than Tim Duncan. When I watch the women play ball, they're way more fundamentally sound than the fellas will ever be nowadays. They actually play perfect defense. You actually see defense, not somebody that's just gonna let somebody just go on and run by them, or just let somebody just jump out the way because they finna dunk on you. You don't really see, you don't really get that kind of action in women's game. You can get them, but they're not gonna just go dunk every game like that in every sequence. You don't see all that, but you do see real defense. You see real footwork on the blocks. And I'm like, more and more people need to watch and check out the ladies play, because when I tell you that footwork, you can see. And I know this because I used to count in my head when I had to play on the block. For some reason, I'm only 5'7.5", but on paper I was 5'10". So I would count my steps, my moves in my head. I'm like, okay, I know what I need to do. Let me get. Okay, I can do this. She over here. I can feel a chest. I know where she at. I can spin the other way. Or I was a baseline layup type person when I needed to get on the block. I was like, yeah, I'm finna get off this thing. I'm finna get over here on this side in this corner right here, passing the ball, easy baseline layup, because I have a quick first step. So there's no reason for me to try to go head up with a corn-fed female. That's just not finna work. I'm gonna bounce right off of you.
I just want to know if you still got that first step.
Quick first step, absolutely. That's all you need is a quick first step. You ain't gotta be fast.
Okay.
Let me tell you, of
I'm
the
just checking.
females.
Checking your temperature, see if you still got that.
Look, let me tell you, and now in Texas, track, when it's track season and them girls that's running, we had 3 of the females that set a new record for the 4x1 relay in the state of Texas. They played ball. There was no way I'm gonna go run with them. Nope. They run like a damn gazelle out here.
Yeah.
I'm like, nope. I got back. Y'all got it up there. I'm not gonna run back forth with y'all. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hang back and you chunk that motherfucker the whole 94 feet. I'm gonna catch it.
Yeah.
And by the time y'all get here, if I ain't scored, we can set a play. But I'm not gonna run with y'all. That's just never gonna happen. I pick and choose my battles.
I just want to know how the hell did I get on here on a basketball topic?
Yep.
Hey, that's how you know A1 that made it. I got people hopping on that don't even talk about basketball, man. So it's like, yeah, we done made it, baby. We here. Anti-Code, what's good with you, bro?
You
But
know it.
there was another girl. I honestly don't remember her name. I do know that I think when we used to go and play pickup at other places too, she was either she played college or she played WNBA and she had got hurt, and so she had just started back being able to play again. So she was playing pickup games with us against other people, man. But I knew who she was because I had seen her before because she was older than me. So, and she had a twin. Man, this is the funniest thing I ever seen in my life, where you'd have dudes saying, "Oh, they got a," again, like I told Connor, "Oh, they got a girl on their team," blah blah blah. I used to be cracking up like man, that shit be out there just working them, because it's like females and they come to hoop and they focus on the fundamentals, because they not, you know what I'm saying, they not dunking on people. They not, well, now
Right.
females are dunking, but they not taking off Vince Carter on people's heads and stuff like that. And getting away with certain things because they focus on the fundamentals, because they need to get to where they need to get to because they focus there. NBA players, like I said, when they didn't got there, they got lazy. They getting away from the fundamentals. You see them much more traveling. You see double dribbles and stuff like that. And I think I want to say, hey, when was that when we were in Cali? Was that last year or 2 years ago? Last year, because I was arguing almost with ETB about this joint and about some female basketball players, if not the majority, from a standpoint of fundamentals, some of them are more fundamentally sound, because that's what their focus is focusing on the fundamentals. Because you know what I'm saying, they're not doing those things. And so we start arguing back and forth about that. And he was like, all right, well, you tell me, you know what I'm saying, when you start a female basketball challenge, I'm like, bro, I'm just telling you the fact of that, you know, a lot of female basketball players focus on the majority, or if not all of them, focus on the fundamentals, because they don't have that same athleticism as dudes where they get away with it. They let dudes get away with it more because they want to see them get to the rim and dunk, or they want to see that highlight reel crossover. I was like, in WNBA, they don't be looking for that, so they make them they dial in and focus different. And he did not believe me at all.
Well, that is a fact, and I'll say this because I just seen, and I'll get Gabe to send it to you. I just got a video from my brother last weekend of my niece. She played ball, and I've only seen her play one time, and she was like 6 or 7. But I know she played ball because she plays with a traveling league in Texas. So, A1, you know how that go. So I got a video of the game, and I'm just sitting there watching, and I'm with my brother, and I'm telling him everything she needs to do. He's like, you got all that just from watching? I did, because I know what she's trying to do, because she's just starting out really good. I mean, she's been playing since she was 6, but I think Ken right now got to be like 12, 13. And I'm like, yeah, we need to bring her. I just told him, bring her to me. I got a court down the street from my house. I got a chain net. Bring her to me, because I worked with her in 2019. She was a lot smaller. And, you know, when it comes to the girls, boys don't really have that type of fear. But when it comes to the girls at that young age, and Ken is not that tall, when they get the ball, they're bringing the ball down the court, and you see somebody looking like Big Bird running towards you with them hands all over the place, you know, that's a problem. They panic, don't know what to do, because it's like, oh, all I'm learning is just a dribble. and to cross over and switch hands. I ain't learned to go behind my back and go around somebody, go through my legs and go around them. They haven't made it that far yet. So I got my niece. We was in the country. I got her on a dirt road. And I said, all right, let me see what you got. After working with her for 30 minutes, she was no longer scared. She go to the hole with no problems now. She's just not as big as everybody. So Ken got to do a lot of work to get to the goal now. But it's the fundamentals are things that we are taught. We as women, we are taught the basics of basketball. We not taught right off the bat of how to go shake somebody, how to go break somebody's ankles. We not taught that. We taught that how to properly dribble, how to keep your crossover below your knees. When you're crossing over, that ball does not need to come up to your hip. Keep it below your knees and cross over. We are taught how to box out properly. We are taught how to time that ball from it leaving somebody's hand till them missing and it bouncing off that rim or wherever it's going to bounce. We are taught how to time that. Those are the things that we are taught. We are taught footwork. The fellas are not taught that. Go get it. That's they taught. Go out there. Go out there. Let me see what you can do. They're not taught any of this. 9 times out of 10, there's not a dude that you see in the NBA that blocks out correctly because they do not. They just stand there and probably go around somebody and hoping that they can jump and get it because they're not blocking out. We blocking people out. And me being when I have busted plenty of people's noses because the chicks will try to jump over me and I jump and I throw my head back. So I'm going to bust your nose because you're finna get up off me. Because they shouldn't be that far on me anyway. So those are the types of things that we're taught as girls when we're growing up playing ball. And then by the time you get to junior high, the fundamentals is a thing of the past because you're going to do it automatically. You don't see that in the NBA. That's why I focus on college, because when they're playing college, they're hungry. You see the hunger in them, the willingness to play defense correctly, the willingness to do everything the way they're supposed to do it.
They was hungry.
Here you go.
Here
he go. When they sign their names on the dotted line, whatever they have learned is gone.
Word.
Get it how you live, and there you go. And that's why I don't watch NBA like that.
Word.
Well,
Y'all disregard Gabe.
I ain't playing you in no basketball. I ain't trying to leave with a busted nose, goddamn it, shit.
Then you can't get on my back then when I'm trying to jump and get the rebound.
Yeah.
It's just that simple. You jump on my back to get a rebound, I'm finna bust your nose.
Yeah, see.
Immediately.
I ain't even gonna go for no rebound shit. Fucking around with you. I need my nose intact, all right?
Colonel said, nigga, I want to breathe later.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm busting those. Because how else do you get people up off of you? You do something to make them get off of you.
You ain't gotta bust my nose though. Goddamn. Goddamn. Damn.
What's going on with 5?
Hold on, he on mute. He going back to his phone.
I'm gonna get on up out of here though, man. I'm gonna go back to the chat, man. Good little live you got going though, A1.
Appreciate you, Tano. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you sliding through this joint, man. Hey,
all right,
you gotta give us some footage of when you back in the day hooping, man. We gotta see that.
Man, we could just do it in person, man. We'll set it up. You play. We can take new footage. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey.
Okay, Loco, man. He said he got that form. You heard?
You know what I'm saying? We
got know.
Yeah, no, I know I'm 52, but that jumper's still there, baby.
Hey, that form is that's a staple, man. You either got it or you don't.
That's it, bro. Like riding.
I'm trying to tell you. I'll be like, oh man, I can't shoot. Well, you've been doing it for 15 years, nigga. You should know how.
Yep, it's like riding a bike. It's like you will not forget. You may be a little slower, but that's something you can just work on anyway. But that form, that shit ain't going nowhere. If you got it, you got it.
You just gonna be a little rusty. You gotta go out there and shoot a few warm-up shots, get your range.
So you get
once I get it together, I don't miss twice. I don't miss twice in a row.
Hey. hand down, man down, or woman down, whatever it is.
Yeah, shit.
Either way, look, either way, you can still get that work and get pieced up.
Oh, just
Yeah,
don't
look at this nigga.
nose. Just don't bust my nose.
She already let you know she trying to bust her nose. So you know what I'm saying?
It's going to happen. Like I'm telling you, like them females. Like I said, I'm a small. I'm for 5'7". When I played ball, I was 5'7", 150 pounds.
Before I get
So
up out of here, A1 and G5 we can play, but I'm not playing Queen. But anyway,
Here they go. I'll pass on you because see you choose violence. You heard me? Not violence, she choose violence. You know what I'm saying?
Why do you think defense was my favorite? Because I can knock the mess out of somebody. I'm gonna knock the mess out of you. I don't care what's you think your hands, you think you just put your hand in my face and you think nothing finna happen? You finna get hit one way or another. It does not matter what you think. Defense.
I'm gonna say this, Queen. Connor he better play you because he playing me. I'm gonna put him in the rim. You're gonna give him a bloody nose. I'm gonna put him on the poster. One of them gonna be forever.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing, and that's what happens is people underestimate people, and I learned that at a very young age. I played ball when I wasn't playing ball, organized. I was playing ball outside, with the boys, and you know what I mean by organized, like in school. That's organized ball because it's in school. But the blacktop rules, when you playing with them boys, they gonna try to hurt you. They're gonna try to run you over. They're gonna push you down. They're gonna try to get you scraped. Oh man, look, I've had it all.
Queen, if you play G5, he ain't gonna be doing none of that. He's gonna be grabbing some stuff and other way. You can't play 5. It's gonna be loving basketball or harassing basketball. It's gonna be one of the
Gabe got heavy hands.
I'm competitive, bro. I'm trying to win.
I'm telling you, you better get serious.
I'm getting bucket. She's still gonna be my woman at the end of the day, but when it comes to competitive nature, I'm trying to get them dubs. Shit, look all that. You my woman, but I gotta get these buckets.
Look, and he will get elbowed just like the rest of them.
What the hell?
Well, it sounds good.
This is ball. This is different.
Hey, that sounds wonderful, my love. It sounds totally great.
As it's supposed to. When you step on that 94 feet of hardwood, that's different. That's different than we on the sidewalks or something, or we sitting here chilling. Big difference.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mentality thing.
Don't call me the Jet for no reason.
And don't mean the Jet can't get pieced up either.
Oh man, nigga, I'm the Jet in the airport. I lay in it where I want to.
and look, and I put them down when need be.
Well, if I'm the Jet in the airport, what are you? You better be an outside force.
I am Mother Nature.
Good job. That's great. Hey, that's good. Pilots still fly through precipitation and shit.
No, they don't. Not if Mother Nature say sit down. You gonna sit down.
No, the people in them towers watching tell them to sit down, ma'am.
Mother Nature tells them to sit down.
Nope, the niggas tracking. Hey, pilot, Jimmy, we can't take off.
Because you told to sit down. Because Mother Nature will not allow you to fly.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm not gonna look. I ain't gonna go back over here. Mother Nature runs everything.
Oh, get your ass. Talking about you, Mother Nature. Fuck out of here.
Hey, I'm over here dying on mute, man. Like, y'all too crazy, man. No, something wrong with both of y'all. Y'all both throw it off, man.
Look, I'll be trying to tell him he don't be letting me live, man.
You'll be one woman later. I gotta get this done.
I'm trying to tell you.
What? Oh, bro, I ain't playing that game. No,
let me tell you, it was one game I ain't gonna forget. And I was in high school and we was playing Arlington High. And my 3, she was shooting the ball and she was following her shot as you're supposed to. and one of the chicks pushed her into the mats, that's on the wall. They just literally pushed. They got called for the foul, but they just literally pushed her that hard. And I was like, word? She looked at me and she winked at me, so I knew she was okay. And then when she realized, she seen my face, she shook her head like, no. Man, when we was on the next sequence and I moved out the way and let that girl jump to get the rebound, I pushed her right into the brick wall.
Mm-hmm.
She missed every bit of the mat that was on that wall.
She did.
Of course she did.
Oh my God.
And when she bounced off that wall, she looked at me. I said, put your hands on another one of my players if you want to.
You was playing football. You weren't playing basketball.
Nah, I would, as long as you did not try to hurt one of my players, we cool. But when you try to hurt one of them, don't even worry about it. I got you, because for whatever the reason, I was the one, even though I was playing 3 or 4 at whatever time, I was the one that guarded the point guard. Make that make sense.
You sound like the enforcer. I don't know, man.
I was. That's what they called me. I'm actually in the newspapers at my grandmama house, which I'm not there. But at my grandmama house, she does have the program and everything. And from even when I was in high school, the articles that said I was the defensive enforcer. That's what they actually called me. That was it. So I had to have, when we did our warm-ups, no matter how hot it was, I had to be one of the only ones that have the warm-up gear on so that they couldn't see my jersey number.
The enforcer.
I'm like, it's so hot. It's so hot in here. Or you know how you would try to suit up when you on the bus, trying to so that you run in there. They wish they would not let us suit up. Like, nah, not you, Shaquita. No, don't nobody suit up. I don't need nobody knowing who anybody is until we get there, until we come out there to warm up. But when I walked in there, they knew who I was. They're like, that's her right there. And I'm not going to say nothing. I'm not turning around to look at nobody. I'm just keep going and I'm going to start laughing. Her who? Her who? She has a name. I need you to address her name. So we know who you're talking about. We got 13 of us. We're all females. So which one are you talking about? So yeah, I was the mental. That's why I got at the point. They were faster than I was. All you need is a quick first step and you can stop anybody. And as I'm defending you, as I'm the player to defend you, I'm going to tell you where you're gonna go, because I'm gonna have you so mad and so frustrated. There's nothing you're gonna do that's gonna be right, because you're gonna be mad.
You can't be out here hand checking people, pushing them into places where you want them to go, man. That ain't.
Like, you right-handed?
Yeah.
You going left today? Let me show you.
I was in charge of them motherfuckers. Whoever the best ball handler, the best offensive player, that was my job. I'm gonna get my buckets too, but that's what I love to do first. I love to lock people up. I like to score the balls and all that shit, but I like to make a nigga frustrated, because he gonna give me some turnovers. He gonna give them to me. He gonna get frustrated. He gonna try to force them. I'm like, there you go. I'm gonna get my easy, fast break points. You know what I'm saying? I like to play defense. You know what I'm saying? I'm on ball. I'm like, I play running back, cornerback, receiver, safety, and I hoop. Actually, hooping actually made me better at football. If you don't understand. Because like,
it's the footwork.
Some footwork is similar, but certain you know what I'm saying, basketball is something called getting skinny. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get skinny by, you know what I'm saying, like taking certain steps or moving a certain way, or tweaking your body to turn a certain way in little tight spots. You know what I'm saying? You get skinny through that thing and you know what I'm saying, muscle up and go like that. So I started doing that in football. Like those little tight little running back holes, I get skinny, turn to the side like I'm about to do karaoke. Shoot, get on through that joint. They be like, how the fuck you get through there? Basketball, bro. You know what I'm saying? I make a cut and I pro hop on his ass. Like, they're like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, basketball came in handy.
It did. A1, when you get time, go check out my cousin, Sir Isaac. He played ball in Houston, but he didn't travel and play ball all over the country, all over the world. He's traveled to play ball. but go check him out. He done been on Dunkademics. He done been in the dunk contests. He done been at the playing the celebrity basketball games. My cousin done been there. So go check him out. And
you'll catch him on Ball is Life.
Yep,
You'll be on that joint too.
Isaac is always on there. And because Gabe met him. And people say, oh, Isaac is, he's 6'3", he's 6'5". Like, Isaac ain't 6 foot nothing. Isaac can jump over everybody. And he cold. And he just go all over the world playing ball. He in Houston back at home right now, and he play ball every day, all day long out there in the courts in Houston. My cousin be killing it. So make sure you go check him out.
Business out there about his height, man.
Huh?
You can't be putting nobody business out there about his height.
When you see him standing next to a person that's actually 6'4" and 6'5", you will realize Isaac is not 6 foot anything. And I'm like, y'all don't know. That's my cousin in real life. Which I know this dude. What are you talking about? But yeah, I've even had people try to argue with me about my cousin.
So I got one for y'all just to ask about that. How do y'all feel about this March Madness y'all done seen so far about these top seeded teams getting dropped off?
Happens every year,
but I was just about to say that's every year. When Virginia got
more
beat
this year though.
When Virginia got beat, I was like, oh, problem number one.
You know why though? Because just like in football and stuff like that, you got teams that's known for one thing, right? But over the time, people start to get better and better and better. Now they're a more attractive school to go to for multiple sports, not just one. So now a lot of people, they're getting better coaches, they're getting better staff, better players are saying like, hey, I want to play right now. You know what I'm saying? I can go over here with, Bob and Jim and all them. We'll go hard together, but it might stunt my growth. You know what I'm saying? Type of shit. So some of these teams taking chances with these teams that's on the come up or maybe a tier lower, but they still a big D1 school because they getting talent. They getting talent.
You cutting out. My bad. You was cutting out.
Huh? No, they just getting talent, and now it's more talent to be spread it around, and now it's more even. Like nobody really has like this crazy gap advantage they have. You got the top teams like the Kansas, Duke, North Carolinas, and things of that nature. Yeah, of course they gonna get their picks. They're gonna get their scholarships and shit like that. In. But now people want to go to Miami. They want to go to Drexel. They want to go to Creighton. You know what I'm saying? They want to go to Lehigh. Like they okay with that now because they know it don't even matter no more. At this point now, even more, it don't matter where you go. You just better go put up buckets. You know what I'm saying? And ball out. So I'm not surprised. To be honest, A1 in my 100 bun, I'm not surprised at all. I actually like it like that because it makes the college more diverse too. You ain't got the same people winning all the damn time. So I'm cool with it.
Yeah, because I was looking at it, and like I was saying earlier, man, I don't follow college ball until it pretty much gets to this point, like March Madness, and I'll start paying more attention to it. But I was like, man, I can't remember the last time, and maybe it's been a minute because I haven't been following it too close. Where I'm like, I don't remember the last time I done seen so many top seeded teams get knocked out so quick, and they getting beat by some teams that you ain't even heard of.
Right, when Virginia lost to what is it, Fordham or whatever the name was, I was like, I laughed because in my opinion, and as long as I've been watching March Madness since the 90s, that's how long I've been watching it. To see Gonzaga get taken down, they have worked like a well-oiled machine every year until last year when they lost. And I was like, the whole team. That's like a team full of Billy Hoes. And with
a few
like
sprinkles.
They work. Exactly. And I'm like, you can't. And every year, if you know about Gonzaga, every year, that team full of Billy Hoes, they get better. And because none of them are getting drafted. So they play all 4 to 5 years together. So by the time they're a senior or they're a fifth year senior, you know, it's a machine.
And they get drafted. They get
They in
drafted and they
unison.
get drafted. They get drafted in year 3 and year 4. Some people
Yeah,
leave early.
they're not going first and second. Them they getting at least three to four. They're gonna play. They're not even focused on getting drafted. Those boys is going to school and they just playing ball to have fun because they like playing ball. But when you look at them and watch their body of work, they work so well together. And I was so glad that Hercules got beat. And I'm so glad this year that them Billy Goats, Charles Hills, are not in the tournament this year. I am ecstatic. So anything that happens other than that, I'm cool with, because they not here. They didn't do enough to make it. And unfortunately, that says a lot about them over there. Because y'all suck.
There you go.
Yeah,
I hope my brother is listening. I hope he in the chat. I hope my brother in the chat. He gonna be fired off to me. He gonna get off my target.
she stay on their neck.
Mm-hmm. I see.
Seriously.
But
I can't help it.
that was a good take on that though, for sure. Definitely a good take on that you said though, as far as like you like how it's an even playing field because there ain't no massive favorite and they ain't got no big like marquee type player or names that's out there where people like this team is gonna dominate or they gonna win.
10 years ago, yeah, you knew who was probably gonna win. You had about 5 to 10 teams that you know that possibly could win it every year. And you know what I'm saying? It's fun, exciting because it's college and they, you know what I'm saying, they be hooping. So it don't take away the luster of it like that. But when you got think of it like this, A1, it's like our fantasy basketball. Everybody damn near got good, so anybody can win on any given day. That makes shit exciting because you gotta go bust your ass every time out. That's the type of basketball I want to see. I want to see you go put it on the line and play your best every game. I don't give a damn if it's the Sweet 16 or if it's the first play-in game to get in the tournament, bro. We want to see some competition going. See some of the best basketball. Then you'll see what people really at, and that's what I be looking for. Let me see where you at when the spotlight is on you. It's Final Four, or it's the tournament time. The spotlight is big as ever. It's gonna get bigger each round. It's gonna keep growing. So you know what I'm saying? You either gonna rise to the occasion or you gonna fall to the wayside. So in some of these top seeds, I've been looking at them, and some of them they're not as dominant as they were now. They got multiple. They got so many people that's good now that it kind of take away from one person actually just standing out. You know what I'm saying? You know, when the Yukons with Kemba Walker, they had like a big three. And then everybody else just played their role. Now you got a big six. And it's like, dog, all these dudes can get 20. All of them not gonna get 20, bro. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna have to make a sacrifice. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's where it comes to needs and wants when it comes to coaching. You pick what you get what you need, not what you want. You see what I'm saying? So I like this type of basketball. Like Fairleigh Dickinson, they knocked off what's the name? I said, goodbye.
One of them Cinderella teams. And every year people underestimate them Cinderella teams. And every year them Cinderella teams keep showing them they quit sleeping on them.
Yeah, because they gotta go play basketball. They still gotta go practice and train just like you do. See, they sleep on, they're in the MEAC. Or they're in the Mountain West Conference, so they ain't good. Bullshit.
What that mean?
Bullshit.
That's a D1. 16s, them 8 and 9s, and then what else is it? The whatever number there with the 13s. It's like if you look at them 1 and 6, the ones that's ranked number 1 playing them 16 seeds, and then you go look at the ones with the 8 and 9s, and then you look at the other ones that normally play like they do every year, whatever them other 2 seeds are. It's like, man, them be the sleepers. Them 16 seeds can sometimes be the sleeper teams. And it's like everybody bracket already got busted yesterday because of Virginia. Not very many people picked Fordham to beat Virginia yesterday. I was like, here we go. Already first game of the day, and Virginia got beat. How, Sway? How?
And y'all see,
And
y'all
I
see,
watched
y'all
it,
see
and when I
Princeton.
watched, they got beat. Princeton won.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, I was happy.
That's what I
I
said.
was happy
Princeton
for
knock off
Princeton.
Arizona, and then they getting ready to try and go for it again and knock off
Shit.
who is that? They playing Mizzou. So it's like
Yeah.
Mhm.
Shit.
That's
People
gonna be a
thought
good
Purdue was gonna
game.
go further. And then Fairleigh Dickinson said, Purdue, bring your ass here. Y'all going home. I
Right.
was like,
Come to the front.
damn.
Come to the front.
I said, ooh. I said that
Because
was an upset right there.
at first Princeton was not winning that game. Princeton was down the majority of the whole game. And even they were down by 1 at halftime.
Mhm.
And I was like, ooh, that's all they needed. They close
Who
enough to smell it
dangerous?
now.
Yeah. Who dangerous is A&M as a 7 seed. They're a dangerous
yes.
7 seed. Oh, I said they gave them a 7 seed. Oh, they finna make some people mad. Oh man, they gonna make some folks mad.
so.
As a
I
7
got one.
seed.
No, go ahead, Five.
No. I'm just saying. And then they as a 7 seed. I'm like, they gonna make some folks
Mm-hmm.
mad. Like the 1, 2, and 3 seed. They gonna be mad, bro. They already knocked off Bama. You know what I'm saying? So that was before the tournament started. But shit.
I got one for y'all, Quee.
What you got?
how y'all feel about this? What do y'all think? Y'all think that would y'all consider the March Madness more exciting than we'll say NBA playoffs or the finals?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
The
Hell
boys
yeah.
in college, excuse me, the men in college, they have heart. They plan to get somewhere. Them dudes in the NBA, they already got their money. They ain't got, you don't even look at them. I don't even watch NBA like that. I really don't. Not anymore. And I'm sorry, since with Kobe passing, I don't even watch NBA like that no more. Because I only wanted to watch Kobe play. I'll keep up with my Blue Devils, but as far as trying to watch a whole season of NBA basketball, that's never gonna happen. Not since Kobe.
Yeah.
College is way more exciting than college. The March Madness will always be way more exciting than NBA playoffs. Heart.
I look at it like this. Well, a lot of people they getting caught up, but guess what? When they strip that load management shit, ooh, all these boys who being protected, they finna be bad because your ass finna be on the court, boy. So you ain't gonna have no choice but to rededicate. And I'm waiting for it. Get your ass off the motherfucking bench. You got a bruised hip. Nigga, put some icy hot on that bitch, put some ice, get some steel and ice treatment, and get your ass back on the court.
I don't even understand what a bruised hip is.
A
matter of fact,
bone bruise.
the first time
Bone
I even
bruise.
sprained my ankle, I was out there limping, still trying to get out there and go play with a sprained ankle. My ankle rolled because you know how when you trying to get a rebound and you land on the ground instead of your feet landing on the ground, your foot lands on somebody else's foot, and it rolls. I did that, and I was still out there trying to go play. Like, I'm fine, but I'm limping. I'm trying to play. I'm not trying to sit on this bench. It's not fun here. You know what I'm saying? You on the bench because you hurt, and your team needs you.
Yeah.
How your team needs you and you can't do nothing. That's how the NBA is. My finger is my pinky finger is swollen. I'm not gonna play today. Everybody's beneath me. Man, you better get out there and take that thing up and go play.
Five was right when he said that them hip bruise or something like that. Is all that is anytime you have any of those type of bruise, it's just it's pain tolerance at that point. Because it ain't gonna stop you because the tissues and muscles are gonna still respond. It's just pain tolerant.
It's like it hurt. Like it's just like if somebody swing the door open, like say if I swing the door open, that corner of that door hit you in your hip, it may not swell up, but on top of that bone right there, that spot it hurt. So when you start moving and trying to do what you want to do, you feel that shit like a frog in your arm, but It all depends on how bad it is. You know what I'm saying? And
Well, how big is the frog?
no, I said a frog in your arm. Like when
I
somebody
know
put a
that's what I'm
frog in your
saying
arm.
because
Uh,
if it's a little, if it's small, I'm like, go,
Nah,
you're fine,
nah.
go
I
play.
mean,
If it's
I mean,
big, I get it.
obviously, we talking about something that's going sizable enough for you to have a lack of mobility. You know what I'm saying? Or I could play, but they gonna bang me up, and that shit gonna hurt even more. And that's what some of them trainers be trying to prevent. They be trying to stop them from uh aggravating the injury. So someone be like, "Hey, why you sitting out?" Because they don't want the shit to aggravate and get worse, and then now they got to sit out for a longer period of
I
time.
think I think
Unfortunately,
I was just hard headed. I really do because I had my middle finger in a splint because my joint popped out of place because they threw me a bullet and it was not time for me to catch that bullet. I'm barely crossing half court. I don't deserve this bullet right now because it's somebody under the goal that's open. Don't throw it back to me. So of course I really wasn't paying attention to it because I'm focused on I got this person in front of me. I'm gonna go shake her real quick. And now you could throw me, I can do a give and go, or I could pass the ball to the chick on the block that's open. And so because I didn't pay attention, and by the time I turned back and caught the ball, you heard so my joint popped out of place. And my right hand middle finger. I had a splint on my finger. And I'm still out here dribbling the ball, still trying to shoot the ball with this splint on my hand, and my joint popped up, and I pulled it and popped it back into place. Like you can see the bone up, completely out of place. And I'm like, it hurt. It hurt really bad. But I need to be out here playing. It's not
oh yeah.
about me right now. It's not about me.
Hmm.
It's about the team. So that's why I said I was hard headed because any injury that I had, I was not just gonna sit here and do nothing. That is just not gonna work. The
Yeah,
team
buddy.
needs me. And these players nowadays, they don't care about the team. College cares about the team. They care about each other.
Shit, they need each other in that motherfucker.
That's right.
Mm. Yeah, I know. I still got the mark on my right pinky finger. I don't know if it was football or basketball. I think it was football. They tried to hit me, and I you know what I'm saying. I stumbled, but I braced myself. But when you know how they throw the hand on the ground. Well, I got big hands. I kind of gripped too much of the ground, and I kind of popped my goddamn, the bottom part of your pinky, that bottom base part, that bone right there. That bitch
Ooh.
was poking. And I was like, why the
Ooh.
fuck is my finger irritating? I just seen it bulge. It didn't bust through. Man, I pushed that bitch back in myself. That shit hurt like a motherfucker. Then I
Mm-hmm.
pushed it down. I pushed it back in place. Then I pulled it out so I could line that bitch back up. Shit, I put a glove on. They could take that joint to my other finger. I said, I'm about to fuck
Mm-hmm.
y'all up now. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
That's
But that shit
adrenaline.
hurt. It hurt. But boy, when I went to the sideline, oh man, boy, that shit was thriving like a motherfucker. I was like, yeah, like my people understand. It's almost halftime. Somebody bring me some ibuprofen or some shit. Let me just pop this shit real quick. And
Mm-hmm.
'cause I ain't sitting out. Now the only time that made me sit out for football was the foot. That shit ain't no joke. Foot injuries,
Yeah.
them motherfuckers are no joke. Oh my god. I sprained the foot, and I thought I'd rather had it broken. That was the doc said it was
Mm-hmm.
better off if it was broke. They said because this gonna irritate the hell out of you until it wants to subside. See the
Yep.
bone break, we can pop that back in place, fix that, and now you just gotta heal. It might be a little sore here and there, but once it heal, it heal. Now them
Mm-hmm.
tendons, oh shit,
Yep.
boy, them doing something else. And I did it,
Mm-hmm.
in the middle of your foot, right there. That oh man, you couldn't walk. I couldn't walk, man. I couldn't play. I had to
I bet
watch
you was
people for
walking
like,
constipated.
nah, shit. I couldn't even. I didn't want to put no pressure there. Shit, I was
Mm-hmm.
just walking. I had me a limp. You know what I'm saying? They would have thought I had a pimp man swagger because I was limping like a motherfucker, boy. Real talk. But my coach and them, they got on there right away though. Like soon as they tell me, they said they feel like it popped. I said, hell yeah. Fuck yeah, it popped. I said, why y'all think I dropped? Like I got shot. Shit. Hmm. Like I
Mm-hmm.
tried to get up and walk. Boy, you would have thought somebody hit me with a 5.62 bullet. Nigga, I dropped so fast. Oof. Tried to bend that foot. I was like, ah! Nigga hit that ground. I was like, nah, y'all gotta come help me, bro. They send that back up in. Nigga, I'm hurt.
Hey,
It's the center of the foot, and it swole up, bro. You would have thought somebody had put an air pump in the center of my foot. It was swole. I was like, oh man. I was like, man, that'll break a bone or something, bro. Like, god damn. I'm like, bro, I got track season. I'm a shooting guard. I got basketball season. Right after this, I'm like, bro, I can't have no broken fucking foot, bro. And I'm thinking to myself in my head a million miles an hour, like, bro, I can't fuck up nothing that help me run, bro. That's gonna make me slow. Hell no, shit, man. Please don't let this foot be broke, dog. I'm praying like, man, please don't let this foot be broke, dog. That's gonna fuck me up. I was like, nah, you got a real bad sprain. You might have like like some type of little dislocation. I was like, but they don't sound like no bone. So they're like, but you did something. They say it's sprained bad. It popped. You did something. So I had to sit out like a couple weeks. Ice bucket. I'm sitting watching people practice. He's like, nah. He's like, you ain't gonna like me for this. I'm like, what you talking about? And he's like, well, you see that chair right there? You see that bucket? This your practice.
See what I'm saying?
He's
The
like,
team needed you.
what? Shit.
See what I'm saying?
They needed me. He's like, nah, we good. We already know what we gotta do. We gotta get the swelling inflammation down. You know what I'm
And they
saying?
tell you can't go play. Man, if that ain't the most disrespectful thing.
That
And I know they
bucket.
only doing it because you know they're doing it because
Nah.
they're looking out for you. But like you
They
can
knew
sit
it was
down,
me.
I got it.
They knew I done hurt myself and stuff, and I just keep playing. They's like, nah, he gotta really be hurt. He's like, nah, I can't. I'm like, I can't run. Shit. I ain't gonna be able to run for about 2 weeks. I already know. Because I can't bend my foot. Shit. So I didn't want to wear shoes, so he had me icing in that joint. Just sitting there the whole practice. About 30 minute sessions. After 30 minutes, get up and I gotta go walk. I gotta go walk laps to make myself be in. Then come back and put my shit right back in the ice.
Torture.
30 more minutes. What's up?
I think the other thing that's just as bad. You seriously, daughter? Daughter screaming in my face. Okay. I think the thing that's dang near just as worse as that is when you get tendonitis in the knee or tendonitis. That's crippling right there, bro. It's like you have permission.
It hurts so bad. I have tendonitis, but it's in my ankle, and that didn't develop until after surgery. I didn't have tendonitis before. Tendonitis after they put out this metal in my foot. That is the worst.
I had it due to the growth spurt from going from 8th grade being like 5'7", 5'8", being 6 foot over a summer. So I went from having jeans to having man capris, and then next thing I know, man, I must have like I was running one day, we had practice and stuff, and all of a sudden like I tried to take that same lift off to go up and do a little dunk real quick, and legs snatched me out midair. Hold on, what you think you're doing? I had to start gingerly walking. Hold on, Milton. Tried to use them little.
You light skin.
I try to do them little cushion rolls, the things you roll on your little roll up right there below the knee. Man, I don't think that thing looked like a marshmallow. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how when you push it, it just indents in. Yeah, coach is like, nah, you got to sit down, bro.
Was it on your jump off leg? Your lead leg that you jump off with?
It was on both of them.
You was in trouble either way. Oh no.
Yeah, I got it from like knee tendonitis from overexertion, running heels, just a whole lot of just extra shit, just training for track. Nigga, I got up one day. Oh my God. Ooh shit, boy. I told my coach, man, I need to go get my ACL checked. Like, I would tell him, like, bruh, I ain't never had no knee problem, but what the fuck is this? Like, this shit is uncomfortable. I don't like it. Hell, I feel disabled. I don't like this shit. Cause I had to start massaging and caressing my knee and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I ain't never had no knee problems. I was like, nah, I feel for people with the knee issues. Oh no. Oh no. That shit's horrible. Man, about 3 days later, I was like, oh my God, I had to get off that joint. They like, man, you overworking it. You got you done inflamed something. I'm like, all right, got it right. It went away. But what you don't want is a fucked up hamstring injury. Ask Zion. I know about those. You don't want that fucking knee injury. That shit hurt. That hurt. That shit hurt. Feel like somebody pulling your muscles from the top of your damn thigh down. You like, what is this shit? I don't nah. You see Zion still out. Yeah, it's crucial. Them hamstrings are crucial. That's why athletes stretch. Stretch. Please stretch. Man, you don't want to do that because you're gonna have trouble if you don't get it right. It is not gonna go away if you don't get it right. You're gonna keep tweaking that joint. So look how long Zion been out. Boy, still
Yeah.
out. They just said 2 more weeks because that joke it's the biggest muscle in your leg.
That stuff is
It's in three.
painful.
It's in 3 parts: upper, middle, and lower. And for each part, you got to do different exercises to get it right.
And I know growing is ain't your growing muscle kind of in the same
Fuck
area.
yeah.
Like I know it's not the same area, but as far as
Nah.
recovery time and the pain, ain't that kind of like they similar in pain? Because I've
It
had
varies.
I've had a pull growing muscle before, but I've never injured my hamstring.
I don't wish that on nobody. I sure don't want y'all to pop it in full sprint. 'Cause that shit hurt worse. That would make it hurt worse.
Mm-mm.
You in full sprint and that it is just like how you just break a pencil. That's how it feels. Just you run it and then somebody just pow. You like whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. Something's wrong. I blew a tire. I gotta go. I gotta pull over. You know what I'm saying? Like I blew a tire, bro. I got to pull over, nigga. The tire I ain't run over no nail, nigga. The tire came off the rim. You know what I'm saying? That's how the hamstring feel. You think it's turned off because you feel like it's ripping. Shit,
Mhm.
like nah. I don't wish that on nobody because the shit hurts. It hurt, but once you get it right, you'll be cool. That's why I sat out 5 years from track. I didn't get it right. It healed, but it wasn't strong enough. So guess what? I got tired of it tweaking and little pools here and there, and it hurt. So I stopped running track. That shit hurt. It was so bad. It made me quit.
Eesh.
Now it made me quit for 5 years. That's how bad it was. So nah.
Painful.
hmm
Yeah, I ain't never
Yeah.
had the hammy. I ain't never had the hammy. I
Me
had
either.
I had the tendonitis, and that was pretty much it. And I think as far as like an injury in the game, hell, I had what was it, fractured my left wrist and sprained the right one because I got undercut going up to go put somebody in the rim and got undercut, came down, you know what I'm saying, literally from midair straight down as if you about to try and do like a cartwheel or a front flip kind of thing. Landed on both hands like that and kind of tucked and rolled it, but the damage was done at that point.
Yeah.
I got up wanting to throw hands and I couldn't feel my hands. I was like, what the heck? And coach was like, you know what I'm saying? So shot the little free throw and then like it was just stiff, started swelling. The left one started swelling up and the right one was just real stiff. I'm like, oh my God. One got it looked at. They said the left one was fractured, right one was sprained. So my shit, you're gonna have to put a cast on your left one and then wear some kind of other one on your right. I was like, man, I ain't gonna walk around with no double cast like I got my hands caught in a cookie jar. So I just I just wore the cast on the left and then left it at that, bro. I was like, no, I'm not wearing it on my right. So whatever happened, man. William Old School, salute to you. Appreciate you stopping through, man.
On the other one that hurt worse is acquired injury. That should hurt. Your thigh. If y'all don't know what the quad is, so, no, I know y'all something like that.
I haven't had that. Like I said,
That
my growing muscle I've had. Now I have banged knees with a chick And I was like, I was ready to hurt her and put her out the game for that one. But I hyperextended my back before, and I didn't even know what that even meant. I did that in high school playing ball, and I didn't know what it meant. I just know when I jumped in the air to get the ball, the top part of my body went one way, extended, the bottom part went another way, and the girl took my legs from under me. And I was like, I got you as soon as I can get up. And I landed on my back. I was like, don't even worry about it. Oh, I'm finna get up. I'm finna get your ass as soon as I get up.
You thought you was about to get up.
Oh, no, it took a minute. Oh, but I got back in the game. Now, after that game was over, I was in tears. But oh no, you're not just finna do that to me and think I'm just not finna do nothing.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about it. You finna be on the floor in just a minute.
Just think about if you sleep and somebody just punch you in your ribs to wake you up. Just boom, you like, oh yeah, that's how the hamstring could do you. You could be sleep in the best sleep ever, and that bitch will lock up and just start hurting, bro. It's gonna wake you up out your sleep. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all what I did to myself. You know what I'm saying? I had this. That's why I say track is, man, that shit hurt. I had the day I fucked my hamstring up that night. I did a lot of running and training, so I forgot to stretch before I got out the shower and got in the bed. I already got a fucked up hamstring. Why I get two Charlie horses in both the quads at the same time? Why this shit hurting? Nigga, I couldn't even do shit. I don't think I said shit took my breath away, boy. That shit took my breath away, nigga. Nigga, I couldn't even cry. Tears just started rolling, nigga. The pain took all shit. It silenced the nigga. I was like, I can't even explain this shit. I was like, what the fuck? This shit hurt so bad I can't even say nothing.
I wouldn't have been good to be around at that time because I was like, that's what we do.
Yes, and I threw myself out of a bed on the floor with floors with no carpet.
Oh, I'd have peed on myself laughing. You was over there. You was acting like Leonardo DiCaprio from Wolf on Wall Street when his legs went out. He was trying to get out the Lamborghini.
Yeah. But just think about you laying on. Think about this: you laying on your back. You know what I'm saying? And both of your quads, both of your thighs just lock up. You already got a blew out hamstring that you did on your power leg, on your dominant leg. So you know you putting all the muscle down on that joint. So of course it's gonna hurt. Man, I couldn't move and step out the bed. So I just threw myself out the bed. They all they heard was a boom. Nigga, everybody ran there. You all right? They had to come and help me up, nigga. Oh man. My brother had to come and help me.
Busted up body.
Nah. I'm just telling y'all, track hurts. Track hurt like a motherfucker. It just happened to be at the worst time that I caught Charlie horses and my shit locked up while I'm already injured. Shit.
I'd have cried laughing.
They had to come and help me up.
You up first. I'd have made sure you was okay, but I'm laughing.
Oh, the next day? Oh, it was on. Oh yeah, it was on. It was up.
I'd have roasted you until you didn't want to get roasted no more.
The only reason my brother and sister and them showed mercy on them because they ran track themselves and they know how serious a hamstring is, but they still were laughing.
Oh, I wouldn't.
They still was on it. But that was probably one of the worst ones in football. My thigh pad got shifted somehow, and a dude came leading in with a charging helmet and hit me right on my motherfucking quad. He gave me. Like... I didn't know until I got up and I started running, and I just had this pain and just deep in the center of my quad, and it lasted for a long time. Like that was football season. That motherfucker was still there in track season. That means that's after basketball and football. I'm like, bro. So then Man, that nigga hit my shit hard as hell, and it don't make it no better when you running and you meet him like a head-on collision. Shit, man, I was trying every exercise, every stretch under the sun because it like certain shit just is weird spots, so you got to do weird stretches to stretch it out because
Yeah,
muscles they get scar tissues when they
yeah,
knot up. That's why they hurt so bad. Because when they pop, they healing their scar tissue and they be like a knot, and you got to stretch that joint back out.
yeah.
Man, that shit. It took like to the second half of track season for that shit started to go away. I
Mm-mm.
was like,
I'm
man,
about to
nah.
drop up off here, y'all. I'm about to go do it in Gabe. You on your way back? I got 10 minutes before this game start, guys.
Oh yeah, no, I'm about to do the same. I
Oh
didn't even
no, I
realize the
got
time
2
was.
minutes. I have two
Yep.
minutes
That's
before
it.
the
I
game
did
Yes,
starts.
it.
I'll be back with your belongings, your drink, your ice, and your blacks. Goddamn.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, sir. Greatly appreciate your cooperation today.
Your ass didn't. You just didn't text me. You put it in the private chat too.
Well, you didn't acknowledge that you seen it, so I just wanted to make sure you seen what I said. That's all I'm trying to say. I didn't hear an acknowledgement and okay, Queen, nothing. I was like, okay, maybe he didn't see it. Let me shoot him a text.
Oh
Mm-mm.
man, she said she made sure. Man, I know.
Yep.
I think for me, the worst cramp I had probably was the hammy when I was sitting there, man, in the
Mm-mm.
middle. I was in the middle
I
of
didn't have
something.
that.
That joker locked up. Bro,
Yeah, that
I
shit
must have
hurt.
tried to. I'm sitting there punching. I'm punching the back of my leg and all kind of stuff, trying to get that junk to loosen that knot to go away. Mm. And then when you get them foot cramps, like when your toes start curling on its own, like nah, bro, something ain't right.
Oh, what's up, William Old School?
Oh,
Even that sounds
yeah.
painful. What he
Yeah,
did,
the foot cramp.
Jesus.
The foot
No,
cramp.
Hmm.
what William Old School said. He said I took a helmet and shoulder pad to the knee and bent my knee backward. That sounds like
Oh, no.
I would cry,
No,
and then I'd
that's
be
That
trying to hurt
that.
hyperextension.
everybody.
William O. School. That ain't no injury. That's a hospital visit. Appreciate it, man.
Hmm.
For real.
That's a hospital visit. You
That
going
sounds
you
like you
going
need
to
to
the
get up and
ER?
swing on everybody.
Shit, you
Hmm.
can't. Shit, you hurt. You can't swing. Shit, you disabled right now.
Yeah,
That shit put a. Mm-mm. Nah, that
I'm
ain't what you
swinging
want
on
right there.
somebody.
you'll be on the ground swinging like Marlon Wayans was, and don't be a
Yeah.
menace.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, every time I have gotten hurt, I done swung on somebody. Cause
Hmm.
I'm like, it don't. As soon as I get up, oh, you wait till I get up.
Mm-hmm. See,
You
Kevin
need
Boy,
Jesus, bro.
I never had injuries, and when I did the hamstring, guess when it was? Senior year.
Ah,
Yeah,
that's messed up.
yeah, yeah. No injuries for 11 years straight. Not a nothing. Little shit. You right, roll your ankle, but it ain't nothing. You could just rest on it. Keep playing. Ain't nothing going on. I done rolled ankles so many times. They don't even hurt when I roll ankles. Both of them.
I know.
You know what I'm
I'm gonna
saying?
have a seat after, and I'm gonna hurt somebody.
And one of them doctors was saying like if you done the rolled your ankle before, on several occasions, your muscles are stretched out, so people could roll it and you see they just keep playing. That's because they done it so many times.
Yeah,
They don't even
your cartilage extended. Mm-hmm.
yeah, it is stretched out, so it been bent before, left, right. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? However, which way you roll your joint. Most people they
Hmm.
roll that shit out. If you roll it in,
Mm-hmm.
you gonna need some surgery. Yeah. That bitch pop
Well,
in, yeah.
I can't say, I can't
No,
confirm or deny these types of allegations. I
man,
was
your
not
your
playing a
shit
sport when I
almost
broke my ankle.
no, your shit almost came off. Your shit was dangling by the thread. If it wasn't for
It really
tendons and muscles,
was.
your shit would have came off.
Yeah, mine had to be the muscle because I broke the joint, the joint, the tendon, and the bone. All three of them was broke. So my ankle was practically dangling on the
Yeah.
inside.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
Ain't
wasn't
no
even
way.
playing ball.
yeah. You know what your ankle was like? Your ankle was like a set of nuts swinging.
Here he go.
You had a goddamn tea bag for it.
Wait a minute. And then my dumb self, I got up and tried to walk on it, thinking it was, I'm like, oh, that's no big deal. This is a sprain. I've been here before. And I tried to walk on it and took one step and fell again. I was like, yeah, I'm in
Mm-mm.
trouble. I'm just gonna y'all help me up, and I'm just gonna go jump in the truck,
Okay,
and I'm gonna
what's
drive to
going
the
on, man?
emergency room. Is what I thought I was
Hmm.
going to do. However, the
Yeah, you
powers
got it,
that
bro.
be,
Go ahead,
I couldn't do
you got
it.
to ring it. Go
I
ahead,
couldn't even hop good enough. They had to call the
bro. Go
ambulance to come
ahead.
get
You good?
me because I could not get up. I tried to get up. That mess hurt. And I didn't even
Mm-hmm.
know it broke. Like I heard it. I heard it
Yeah.
go.
Uh-huh.
I heard it. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
no big deal. That's just a sprain. My ankle popped. No big deal. I've had it happen
Yeah.
before.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, man, that was a different kind of pop
Shit.
than I had
Let
ever
me get
heard
2% on black and
in
mild.
my
That bad ice.
life.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I know that game, like you said, that game about to start, and I want to tune into
Yep.
that joint. So
All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down myself.
All right, bro. Hey, I'm glad I jumped up here with you, so I gotten done a live with you.
Yeah, that's why I said, because I tried this time to make sure I put it on there so anybody that's seen it knew it's a real live. I ended the
Yeah.
other one like 45 minutes early, put it on there, let's talk. I was like, man, hey, they gotta notice this.
Yeah, I seen it this time. I was like, okay, okay, got it. Let me jump in here. Because normally I
Mm-hmm.
see it and it don't say nothing. So I'm just like, okay, he just getting watched on, doing what he need to do. So I'm not gonna just click on here right now. But I always click on later on and give you a like and make sure I sit there for a minute to give you a view or whatever. And after that, I'm like, okay, I'm gone. But this time I see him, I was like, he's actually live.
Yeah, I had to jump on that joint and cook a little bit. That's why when I
Absolutely.
started out, I had my little agendas. I always put and more at the end because I'm like, the agendas is cool, but it's always fun just to like see where the conversation goes. You know what I mean? See where it takes itself. So I
Man,
be
you
having
know,
fun
we
with
dope
fun.
like that, man. We dope like that,
We
man.
family. We family.
That's why I said I
You
Alright.
just
wish
let
y'all would
me
have been on the
know.
one I had yesterday with Money Brown, man. Oh my goodness, like Terry Smooth
My
jumped on,
bad.
and man, that
I didn't even
conversation went
know that
everywhere.
was
It was so
alive.
fun.
See,
Yeah,
I said the same thing. I was like, nigga, I thought it was one of them joints.
Yeah,
You
I
know what
didn't
I'm
even
saying?
know
I
it was
come through.
alive.
yeah,
Oh, I
y'all
Yeah.
get
definitely
on that
would have
one
been there.
yesterday. It probably would turn into a 4 hour live. 'Cause, man, that conversation was it went everywhere. I was like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm cool with going down everywhere we go. I'm cool with it. I ain't gonna run from none of it. Like BF be saying, y'all took me here. I'm not. I didn't go here, but y'all took me here, so we gonna go there.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I was at with it. What are you laughing about, bro?
Yeah. I'm with it. All right, I'm
Uh-huh.
about to jump off here because I think my man is back with my ice, and I need to. He got to get his tablet so I can watch. I got to get focused because when the boys are playing, you have to stand up
Yeah.
until the first shot is
Well,
made.
I done delayed my blunt time. This motherfucker just sitting here on the ashtray looking at me like, me, you gonna like me? Soon as I'm about to
Well,
go smoke a blunt, baby,
Mhm.
I need ice. Why you didn't say that
where
shit like
is
20
it?
minutes
I
ago?
mean, I did. I told you when I got here.
But you waited till I was about to. I grabbed my smoking belongings. Ice,
Hey,
baby. I'm like,
hey, pretty.
hey, girlie.
Hey,
Hey, there you
girl.
go.
Hey,
Hey,
pretty girl.
yeah, you
So she's
pointing that finger.
pointing now. Yeah.
She pointing she pointing that finger. She hitting that Whitney Houston. This is for you, and you,
Yep.
and you. She hitting that Whitney. Yeah, you understand? You hitting that Whitney? Yeah, hitting that Whitney Houston for you, and for you, and you, and you.
Game special.
She hit that Oprah. You get a
Hmm.
car. You get a car. You get a car.
And she cracking up over there like she know what's going on too.
Oh,
She
she
know what
do.
we. She
She
know what
do.
he's saying.
Yeah, she know.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? This is a new generation. These kids on a
Like
whole nother
get
page.
him.
She understands.
Yes,
Come on,
she
Mm-hmm.
man.
do.
Come on. Pull out this
Yeah.
goddamn truck. Mm,
Quick,
mm.
girl, what you doing? But yeah, no, I
Yeah, she over
definitely
there. Oh,
appreciate
yeah.
my fam
Oh yeah,
popping on,
appreciate
Willie
you.
Kano coming on.
Mm,
That brother Just Do.
mm,
I didn't even think Do was still in the building. He been over
mm.
there working and listening. I see.
Hmm.
Appreciate you,
Uh,
dude. My brother
Just
really
be
most
around,
good.
boy.
I didn't know he
yeah.
was still in the building, man.
Oh yeah. Duke just be observing sometimes. He be over there
Yep.
doing shit or he be over there eating.
Yeah. Just be around.
If he ain't chopping up no content or something like that, that nigga eating.
That's what I was
He over here
doing.
working on something. Oh, don't worry about that. I'm about to fuck some shit up here in a minute. Wait till as soon as I
Yes,
smoke,
he
I'm about
is.
to go inhale some shit, boy.
Well,
Not
as
chew,
long as we put the
inhale.
game on first. Look,
When
as
y'all
long
was
as you put
cooking
the
with
game on
Kano,
first.
when y'all was
Man,
cooking with
of
Kano, I
course.
had steak, eggs, and pancake. While y'all was cooking with Kano, I was smashing.
Niggas already going down. Yeah,
Look,
it
I
was
bought
that
5-piece
good.
wing
Good now.
and a 20-piece shrimp and got Gabe 5 tenders. I ate 3 of them wings because they're not that big. It's like 3 of them and ate my shrimp. And I was like, I'm good now. Drink number 1. I had to put I drank 1 whole bottle of water with that meal.
But them strips, they big.
They are huge.
Them strips big.
All right,
They got
y'all.
that good burger triamphethol. You hear me?
He's so special. I'm about to drop him off here so I can get myself together.
I'm about to pull up Negroes.
Okay.
All
All right.
You better
Bye,
get her
y'all.
stuff, man, before she come outside on you.
I'm trying to tell you.
I'm in her car. Where she gonna go? I would
Right, I'm
say
just
she
gonna
ain't gonna do
stand there and
shit.
look.
I'm about to say I got my backpack, got my weapon, everything in there. I ain't got the backpack. It's in there with her, so I'm fucked.
Exactly. I'm
Talking
looking at
I'm
it
all
right
tough.
now.
Well, he talking tough. Then you gonna have to walk in the house and I'm like, I got your stuff, but I got you this too. I know you didn't ask for it, but I got it
You
for
know
you.
what I'm saying? A1, I'm
Yeah,
looking at the backpack right now.
it's sitting right there in the room. Pistol ready to go. All they gotta do is squeeze, go.
Right.
Shit, goddamn.
But I
All
gotta
right,
It's
get one of
already
y'all.
these.
ready.
That joker sitting on the hip. Ain't no backpack in it.
Nah. See, I gotta give me a holster, but I ain't licensed, so I just keep it right where it's near, where it's open and available to have a track meet. You know what I'm saying? Keep it where it's available to go get his Usain Bolt on and take off. You know,
That's right.
and we good. Cause I ain't worried. I ain't worried. I live in Texas. They know everybody got a gun.
Yo,
Everybody.
But yeah, man, we ain't gonna hold it up. It's basketball time. What I seen DS was in here. Yeah, man. I had to go ahead and open that lead up. You won't get it back. You
I'm
won't
trying
get
to
it
do the
back.
same thing. I'm trying to do the same thing to OG Crush, but I don't know, man.
Man, y'all better
I
get them
busted in
dubs.
yesterday.
What
500 some
Tizzle at?
points.
Tizzle can't go home in the first round, man. God damn, that boy Dub ain't playing right now. Dub say I'm gonna keep me a 152 on the point lead. I'm like, but then he got some injuries. I was like, man, maybe my brother should have made some of them trades, man. I'd have came to the back.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
nah.
I'm like,
My boy showed out. Dayman and B put up 100 apiece, and then everybody else
Oh
was
yeah,
following
I
suit.
see
That's what I
that.
said. They put up 500 some yourself. Yeah, let me go ahead and get up by 400. We got
Hey,
full lineups for
you,
the last 2 days.
You see, it was close at first over there. Me and DS back and forth and shoot. I had to take the lead and, on what Wednesday or something. Yeah, I ain't coming back off of that joint. Because I got Tatum. I got Tatum again tonight. Oh yeah. Van Fleet been going off. Trent Barnes, KCP. Oh yeah, we rolling. So I said they should have put. I wish I could have been there, but don't worry about it. I'm fucking some shit up next season. I told Quee that as soon as I got started in this, they in trouble next season. Ooh, they in trouble, boy. I know who exactly who I'm going for with my first 5 picks. Boy, I know exactly who I'm going for.
Yeah, I might have to be there for the draft this time. Last time I let it auto draft for me.
Yeah. I wasn't here. 817 had drafting them joints, but shit, I already moved him as one of the managers. It's all Fizzle team now. Really all Fizzle Wizzle. But yeah, man, let's go and get to this basketball, man. Appreciate everybody pulling up, supporting my brother A1Z in this joint, man. He in effect, he actually live, y'all. Y'all hear his ass talking. You hear my light skinned ass dude talking now. Hell yeah. Yeah. So it ain't no motherfucking silent live stream. Keyword is stay silent. He telling you his ass not gonna be here. Hey, tell him, niece. If it say silent, he ain't gonna be talking. I got it
Yeah,
now.
I think I'm gonna have to start putting that junk and right on the front where like on the actual thumbnail where it say silent and then the other one say let's talk. That's what I'm gonna have to start doing.
Hey, or just put the title "Solid Live Stream." I'm not gonna be on this live. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
They're like, oh, he's not gonna be here. No, he's not. He's just gonna be running up these last few watch time hours. That's all.
Yeah.
But man, I'm gonna let you get out the way, man. Shit. I'm about to take this shit in here to her. Cause I'm about to get high, man.
No,
You know
go
what I'm
ahead and
saying?
enjoy it, and get high responsibly and spoke responsibly.
you already know, man. I'm finna get on my extracurricular activities. Get on these activities. You hear me over there, niece? I hear you over there, girl. I'm gonna get on these extracurricular activities. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, what my boy Clay at, man? It's
I
quiet.
just
He
put
must be
him down.
asleep.
Yeah, I
He
literally
gotta be
put him down
asleep.
for a nap. I put him down for a nap while we were in the middle of doing the live.
I about to say I don't hear Clay. That nigga sleeping.
He out.
He sleep. Cause I would have heard him coming over here talking some shit.
Yeah, ain't on that kid. He came over trying to slap the phone out my hand and everything else. That
Hey
kid.
man,
Yeah.
them your seeds, nigga. Them your
I
seeds.
already know.
You might have been a heathen as a kid. So guess what? They got some heathen activities in them too. So
Yeah,
yeah,
for
man.
sure.
Go
But
ahead,
all right,
close
my
out,
brother.
man. I'm out.
Yeah, I'm already do
For sure.
appreciate you, man. I appreciate everybody pulling up. I'm a TWG fam in the house, the missus, everybody that tuned in, everybody that smacked that like button and gave me a view. If you're watching the playback, I appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed the content. And we're gonna stay regular and stay efficient with this, man. We're gonna keep coming back with dope new content, open forum. Anybody that got something they want to cook on, pull up, and we're gonna get to it, man. But again, I appreciate y'all pulling up, and I'll catch y'all on another one, man. Okay.